Two coal companies suing Alberta's government over its mining policy say they have reached settlement agreements. Jacqueline Wilson has the details.
Atrum Coal and Revolve Power say they've reached settlement agreements with the Alberta government. Atrium's is finalized, but in a letter last month, Evolve writes theirs is still in the works and are expecting it to be finalized in September. Neither have released financial details of the settlements. The companies are among 5 that are suing the government for a collective $16 billion in sunk costs and lost revenue.
We still do not know how much these settlements or these agreements will cost Albertans. The $16 billion is what industry has asked for. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what has been agreed upon. So we are calling on the Premier to share the details of those agreements as soon as possible.
The other 3 companies suing the province are Valerie Resources, Cabin Ridge, and Northback Holdings. In May, Alberta's energy regulator granted Northback exploratory permits for its Grassy Mountain project. It's something the NDP don't want to see.
The Alberta NDP proposed the Eastern Slopes Protection Act years ago, which would have guaranteed and legislatively protected the Eastern Slopes and the headwaters from any new coal mines. That private member's bill is still sitting on the private member's bill docket in the legislature.
The province tells CTV it cannot comment on matters currently before the courts. However, Premier Smith spoke to CTV Wednesday at a town hall in Okotoks about the province's coal policy strategy.
We also have a number of leases that we're in the process of buying back, so that those leases are held in the hands of the Alberta government and not open for development. So I think that the original intention of the 1976 coal policy was to have a very limited number of areas where coal can be developed, and that's kind of what we're returning to.
Jackie joins us from McDougall Centre tonight. Jackie, you were at that provincial town hall last night, and coal was the point of contention.
Yes, Tara, it sure was. So when I arrived, there were protesters outside of that venue in Okotoks. They were protesting open pit coal mines as well as the Grassy Mountain project. So they're worried about the environmental impacts as well as selenium in the water. And some of the protesters actually made their way inside of the town hall and ended up heckling the Premier as well as the Agriculture Minister whenever they would bring up coal policy or the environment. And I was able to talk to the Premier, as you saw there, outside of the town hall after it was finished. And we discussed coal policy, not the lawsuit. I do want to make that clear. But when we talked about coal policy, she says that she doesn't want to see open pit coal mines, but she does think we need to develop our resources sustainably, and having multiple types of resources being developed, that will allow us to remain independent from the United States more and more. Tara?
Okay, Jackie, thank you.